Picture this, a moonlit Mediterranean yacht party, champagne flowing, laughter drifting across the waves, and royalty, literal royalty, mingling with celebrities and billionaires like it's just another Saturday night. Now imagine someone was filming. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. Secretly, and that the footage, lost for nearly 2 decades, has just resurfaced. Sounds like the opening scene of a conspiracy thriller, right? Wrong. It's real. And the fallout? Nuclear. When investigative bulldog Tom Bower got his hands on this forgotten reel, he didn't just uncover a scandal. He detonated a narrative that Meghan Markle and Prince Andrew spent years burying. Let's dive in. Because what's on that yacht tape isn't just shocking. It's career-ending. Who is Tom Bower, and why are Meghan and Andrew terrified? If you're not familiar with Tom Bower, think of him as the guy who makes PR teams across the UK lose sleep. A veteran investigative journalist and biographer, Bower has made a name and a few enemies by exposing the uncomfortable truths powerful people desperately want to keep hidden. He's taken on billionaires, politicians, and yes, royalty. His biography of Meghan Markle sent shockwaves through the monarchy. But even that now seems like child's play compared to this. Because Bower isn't just working with quotes and hearsay anymore. This time, he has video. And according to insiders, Meghan Markle and Prince Andrew have both begged him not to release it. So what's in it? And why are two of the most infamous royals, who rarely even share headlines, suddenly entangled in the same ticking time bomb? Let's rewind to the setting of the scandal. A yacht party like no other, the scene of the secret. The footage in question was allegedly filmed in 2007 aboard a mega yacht off the coast of Sardinia. Not just any yacht. We're talking about one of those jaw-dropping, $200 million floating palaces where cameras are strictly banned, guest lists are NDA protected, and privacy isn't a perk, it's a religion. But someone broke the rules. Someone hit record. And that someone accidentally captured two very recognizable faces. Meghan Markle, pre-Duchess, pre-suits, and pre-palace. And Prince Andrew, mid-scandal, mid-freedom, and very much still clinging to royal status. The clip, now in Bower's possession, reportedly shows Meghan socializing on the yacht, smiling, sipping champagne, and mingling like she belonged. And just a few frames later, enter Prince Andrew, grinning, relaxed, walking straight into the same shot. A royal and a rising star. Same place, same time, same yacht. Coincidence? Let's just say, Bower doesn't believe in coincidences. Meghan's yacht rumors, a scandal long denied. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Those persistent, shadowy whispers that Meghan Markle once mingled with the global elite on yachts before she became a household name. For years, these claims lived in the corners of the internet. Part gossip, part conspiracy, part misogyny. But Meghan always denied them. She rose above it, rebranded, refused to dignify the narrative. Until now. Because this footage? It doesn't just place her at a yacht party. It puts her at the yacht party, one long rumored to be a gathering ground for wealthy power brokers, controversial financiers, and yes, royalty. And Prince Andrew? His presence only fans the flames. Prince Andrew's yacht history, the timeline nobody wants to talk about. Andrew's reputation precedes him. From his catastrophic BBC interview to his ties with Jeffrey Epstein, the public knows his yacht escapades weren't always just leisure cruises. In fact, several of his most controversial appearances took place on or near luxury yachts. Now add Meghan Markle into that equation. Suddenly, it's not just a story about where he was. It's about who else was there, and what the palace may have known or chosen to ignore. That's why this footage matters. Because it doesn't just show Andrew on a yacht. It shows him sharing space with someone the royal family has publicly distanced itself from in recent years. And it does so before her marriage into the firm. Talk about awkward. Meghan and Andrew begged to bury the footage, but why now? What makes this so explosive is the timing. According to sources close to Bower, both Meghan and Andrew, separately, have made back-channel attempts to prevent the footage from going public. And let's be clear, when those two are on the same side of anything, you know something's very wrong. Why the sudden scramble? Because both have skin in the game. Meghan's brand, from archetypes to future political ambitions, depends on an image of polished progressivism and female empowerment. A resurfaced clip of her in a controversial luxury yacht environment? It doesn't fit. Andrew, on the other hand, is hanging on by a thread. He's been stripped of almost everything: titles, patronages, relevance, but he still has his freedom. This footage, if interpreted the wrong way, it could drag him back into the court of public or legal opinion. The palace is silent, and that's deafening. So far, Buckingham Palace has refused to comment. Not a single press release. No denials. No attempts at spinning. Which is very telling. Because when it comes to family scandals, silence isn't neutrality. It's strategy. It suggests damage control is underway behind the scenes, and that the institution may be preparing for fallout. Or worse, they're just hoping it blows over. Spoiler, it won't. Because Tom Bower has made a career out of ensuring these stories don't go away. And he's not the type to stay quiet when begged. In fact, the begging may have only made him more interested in publishing. What's actually in the clip? And what's not? Bower hasn't released the footage publicly yet, but several descriptions have leaked through sources close to his publisher. Here's what we know it shows. Meghan Markle laughing and conversing with elite guests on deck. Prince Andrew arriving within minutes and appearing in the same vicinity. A brief interaction, possibly just a glance, a nod, or a greeting. A third individual believed to be tied to Epstein's known circle. There's no confirmed audio of an inappropriate exchange. There's no direct scandal captured on camera. But the implications? Devastating. Because this isn't about what's on the tape. It's about the people, the timeline, and the pattern. It connects dots they've spent years erasing. Why this could be Meghan's PR nightmare. Meghan has worked meticulously to control her image. From interviews to docuseries, podcasts to children's books, everything is curated, branded, and optimized. But a single candid video? Out of her control? It threatens to collapse the carefully constructed narrative. It brings back past questions about how she rose through Hollywood, who she met along the way, and whether parts of her past were deliberately buried. It may not be criminal, but it's off-brand. And in today's world, that's enough to destroy empires. Andrew's nightmare just got a co-star. For Prince Andrew, the optics are somehow even worse. The footage reaffirms a timeline that's long been questioned: who he met, where he traveled, and what circles he frequented. Even worse, if Meghan is in the footage, it brings the modern royal family closer to his controversies, despite desperate efforts to distance the crown from him. It's no longer a matter of his problem. It becomes their problem. And the monarchy? They don't handle shared scandal very well. What happens if the footage drops? Here's what to expect if Tom Bower decides to release it publicly. Global headlines. News outlets won't hold back, especially outside the UK. Online firestorms. Clips, memes, side-by-sides, conspiracy theories. It'll dominate the feed. Palace response. Eventually, they'll have to say something, even if it's just no comment. Meghan's PR push. Expect exclusive interviews, mental health framing, and deflection. Renewed scrutiny of Andrew. Legal or not, he'll be back in the spotlight, and not the kind with applause. The bigger picture. Why this story won't just go away. Because at its core, this isn't just about Meghan or Andrew. It's about truth. About who we choose to elevate, and who we allow to rewrite history. It's about elite circles, hidden connections, and the reality that no matter how much money, power, or PR you have, the truth eventually finds a way out, even if it's on an old, grainy yacht tape. Final thoughts. What should we learn from this? Secrets have expiration dates. You can bury them for a while, but never forever. Reputations are fragile. One frame, 1 second, one glance. That's all it takes to unravel years of image building. The truth doesn't need to be criminal to be damning. Sometimes, it just needs to feel off. And most of all, transparency matters. Because in a world where spin is everywhere, truth, even the uncomfortable kind, is refreshing. So thank you, Tom Bower. Not for the scandal, but for reminding us that the stories people want to hide are often the ones most worth telling. What do you think? Do you believe Meghan and Andrew were part of something bigger? Was this just an innocent moment, or the tip of an iceberg the palace hoped we'd never see? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more no-spin breakdowns of the stories they don't want you to hear. Because in this world, you either control the narrative, or the footage does it for you.